And the Southampton side, well, it's looking more like a full-strength team now. There's been speculation about Phil Boyer's future at Southampton. He's at number 9. Steve Moran is certainly amongst the goals as well. And good to see Kevin Keegan back after so much trouble with niggling injuries. Ipswich have a current international back as well, the striker Paul Mariner. Laurie Civil continues in goal for the injured Paul Cooper. But now let's join our match commentator, David Bobin.
Referee this afternoon, Brian Stevens from Stonehouse in Gloucestershire, and away we go in this so important Division 1 game. And as we're looking at it, it's Southampton in the dark shorts attacking the goal on our left. Early taste of action for Kevin Beattie. Throw to Southampton, there's Keegan touching it into the middle, and we almost had a goal in the opening seconds of the game. Kevin Keegan with his first touch causing real havoc in the Ipswich defence, and Civil was all over the place there. Just the sort of start that Southampton wanted. Overcomes the corner, and a little bit of order at the back for Ipswich as Big Terry Butcher gets a chance to bring it away. Intercepted by Williams. Keegan in again on that one. Quick to see the chances, Kevin Keegan. This could be dangerous. Steve Moran and Kevin Keegan combining nicely on the edge of the Ipswich penalty area. Steve Moran, a young man amongst the goals in recent matches, 4 in his last 4. McCall with a long header, which has found Gates onside, and they're saying that he was offside, but really Gates made a hash of that. Gates was set away by a debatable decision, and really one would expect an England striker to have made a little bit more of the opportunity than he did. But meanwhile, it's Southampton on the break now. Golak hitting it wide to Shannon. Still Mickey Shannon as Southampton breaks so quickly. Shannon electing to go wide, and Mills goes with him. Good saving tackle by Mills. Holmes puts it back, the pressure is still on. And they're very loose at the back at the moment, are Ipswich. And rightly, the referee playing advantage. Golak, Boyer couldn't quite get there, and away by Burley. Well, the hand went up, he didn't make contact, but it's all happening at the moment here at the Dell. Well, a late whistle, I would have thought, from the referee there after the challenge on Beattie. He seemed to have let play go on, and the ball was whacked through when the whistle went, but despite that, it's a free kick to Ipswich, which Russell Osman will take. Only Butcher, Beattie and Osman in the Ipswich half now, apart of course from Laurie Civil. From McCall, that's Gates, he's going to hit that one. Well, Gates had a lot of time, a lot of room, and a calculated, measured shot from Eric Gates with the left foot from outside the area, puts Ipswich in front. Southampton, I think, can really count themselves unlucky to be behind at this stage. Eric Gates just on the edge of the area. There's the left foot shot. Good play this from midfield. The build-up is very nice from Ipswich, looking for Mariner again. To Walk, having a really good game as well in midfield. Mills to Gates. He's got Dave Watson with him. Burley's cross. And John Walk is in for the second. Well, John Walk was completely unmarked, and look at the delight on his face. George Burley's cross, Walk's header, here it comes. Nobody with him, Katalinic nowhere. Southampton 2 down. Well, halfway through a first half, which is really quite extraordinary. After the opening storm from Southampton, they've faded away now, and 2 goals in quick succession have got them on their knees. Butcher. Gates on one of those elusive runs of his, but robbed by Watson. Muren. It's Gates and Muren again, and it's run well for Eric Gates. He's got a good chance here as Gates. Oh, and a good stop from Ivan Katalinic. Another jinking run from Eric Gates, looking for his second goal of the afternoon, but this time the keeper really read his intentions nice and clearly. You can see the right foot shot and the save from Katalinic. Keegan. Shannon. At the moment, Southampton just can't quite get that vital touch and bite where it really counts in the 6-yard box of Ipswich. Keegan's under that one. Bit of a scramble. Keegan's still in there biting away. But Ipswich yet again get it away. This will be Mariners. Touches it back, but not far, and Williams will get it. Now Holmes. Left foot looking to Keegan. The touch on and away. Straight back to Keegan. And yet again McMills showing composure, skill and calm. Rescuing the situation again for Ipswich, but Williams forces the breakdown of that move. Ivan Golak and Shannon. Beattie's close to him. Get the centre in, he can. And a good header away by Butcher because Phil Boyle was just behind him. Well, it's another corner to Southampton. How desperately they need a goal. They've had 7 corners of Southampton. Ipswich just one, but it's Ipswich who lead by the 2 goals. Golak centre, away by Ipswich again. Stephen Williams. Oh, yes! What a great goal by Steve Williams. They really needed that, did Southampton. And you won't see them hit much better than that. Here it comes, the right foot from Williams just inside the post, and Sybil absolutely helpless. And Southampton really needed that goal. They've come back in the game. 2-1 they trail now. And surely the game is back alive. Golak for Southampton. To Steve Williams. He puts that to Shannon. He's got a bit of room if he can get it over. Baker. Well, that was a lovely move from Southampton, and that's just the way they started the first half. Shot coming in after the cross from Mick Shannon on the right, and Baker's shot firmly held by Sybil. There's Shannon's cross, the ball running just to the back of the area. In comes Baker, outside of the foot, and Sybil's save. Gates, all the confidence in the world there from Eric Gates with a touch to McCall, but it's gone wrong now. A little bit of tugging by Mr. Gates, so the free kick goes Southampton's way. Golak on the decoy run. Williams, Keegan, chested down and away by Mariner. Lovely little touch from Keegan, and the shot from Boyer. Oh, what a goal! That is an absolutely fantastic goal. The lovely pass from Kevin Keegan, and Phil Boyer, with only his 2nd goal of the season, swivelling and hitting it straight past her, and astonished Laurie Sybil. Only 3 minutes of the half gone. There's the ball from Keegan. Boyer gets it, turns, hits it, and Sybil helpless. Well, 2-2 it now is. The fans here absolutely delighted, and whatever Laurie McMenemy said to the side at half-time has really worked. Header away from Terry Butcher, only as far as Nick Holmes. It's Osman finding McMills, who's in lots of space on that right-hand side. He's got Mariner alongside him. Puts it past Mariner. This is McCall, finding room for the shot. Oh, good tip over from Katalinic. That was an important touch from the goalkeeper. As McCall had twisted and turned, found room for the shot, and Katalinic just got there. McCall here, we see it, the left foot shot coming in. Katalinic just touching it over. It was on its way. Mariner is calling for it, as is Osman. Foul on Chris Nicholl, who's on the deck. Laurie McMenemy, I think, delighted, although his face wouldn't betray it. Well, this is dangerous as Keegan. Has it gone over? It hasn't. The referee was very close to watch the shot coming in. Sybil was down there scrambling. Difficult to see for a lot of the crowd here and also for us, but we can see it now from behind the goal. There it is, under Sybil and almost over the line. He just scooped it back in time. Well, Shannon certainly coming off worse than that challenge from Butcher, and he's going to be booked for that, is Terry Butcher. The man who stands 6'4" going to go into the book. The referee is going to have a word with him. There's the yellow card. And when you stand that big and tall and you come down with a crunch as you do on Mick Shannon there, and the referee is just a few yards away, you can hardly expect but anything else to finish up in the book. Williams. Keegan looking for a way through. They might find one now through Shannon. Oh, Moran was there. Moran was poaching in case Civil lost it, and he nearly did. The cross came in really hard for Mick Shannon. And Moran was there poaching. There's the cross coming in. Civil down. It almost ran free, and Moran was there in case he let it go. Side foot from Boyer, but straight to John Walk. Hit wide by McMills, but Burley has got a bit of pace and gathers quite cleanly. Gates is up on the edge of the area. That'll go to Eric Gates. So Watson just behind him. Burley. Walk is there with a little glancing header. And they obviously still haven't learned the lesson. John Walk scored in the first half, and he escaped everyone. And he so nearly did it again. It's a corner. After all that, Muren takes it. Butcher. And it's in there. The challenge came from Paul Mariner. Well, that's extraordinary. The corner came over, the header from Butcher. Mariner was in there challenging with Katalinic. It ran free, and somehow or other it finished up in the back of the net. You can see now Mariner going in. Katalinic has it, and it just squeezes out of his hands across the line, and Mariner signals the goal. Well, that's a tragedy for Southampton to have played so well, and it's a tragedy for that man, Ivan Katalinic. Well, the home crowd are stunned, I think, by that goal. All the wind has gone out of their sails now, and Ipswich are back very much on top. 3-2 they lead, and they're really going to have to do something now, Southampton, to save this. And that's gone in from Eric Gates, but it's disallowed. Players come back. Well, the whistle had obviously earlier gone. There's the shot from Eric Gates going in and beating Katalinic, but there'd been an infringement earlier on, and play had to come back. Cannon's surely going to be sandwiched there, and he was. The play is going on. The referee's not impressed. I think some of the players were expecting the whistle to have gone there, but it didn't. And this is Williams. Williams brought down by Butcher. And Kevin Keegan making his feelings quite clearly evident to the referee about that challenge from Terry Butcher on Steve Williams. And really, Kevin Keegan is involved in a little pushing match, and the red card is being shown to Terry Butcher. And meanwhile, Kevin Keegan is involved in all sorts of pushing with George Burley and Mick Mills, the referee calming it all down. Kevin Keegan incensed by what had happened. He was involved with a pushing and shoving match. You can see him talking there to Paul Mariner. The referee trying to put some semblance of order back in the game. Meanwhile, Butcher has disappeared up the tunnel. And this really is an extraordinary turn of events after we had such a good-spirited game earlier on. Butcher, frankly, was inviting trouble. We'd seen him booked earlier. You could still see Steve Williams lying there receiving attention. Mick Mills, the Ipswich captain, trying to calm his players down. And that's a really unfortunate incident that has discoloured the whole of this game, which up until then had really been played in a pretty keen and aggressive spirit. Certainly hard, certainly competitive, but never really malicious. But now Butcher is off for that foul. And Southampton, nearly took an equalizer. They're in here. Moran! It's there! Well, Steve Moran is over the moon, and so are the fans. Ipswich are furious, but Southampton are back at 3-3. Moran was probably the calmest man on the field as he just put his header into the back of the net. Burley now is going to gallop, feeds it to Mariner, or rather Gates. And Gates runs straight into Dave Watson. Well, the free kick, of course, to Ipswich for the Dave Watson challenge, and so it's Kevin Beattie and George Burley over it. Southampton putting up some sort of defensive wall, and Mariner is there with Walk, and Osman has joined them. This is Muran, shot from Muran, so nearly scrambling in. Gates, well challenged by Katalinic. Katalinic quick to recover the error after he let it squeeze away. Gates was quickly in there and nearly snatched up the rebound. Although they've only drawn, I think they'll be pleased, at least Laurie McManamy will be pleased in some ways at the attitude the team have shown, although not happy to have conceded 2 goals as they did halfway through that first half in quick succession. Nick Holmes, they've still got a chance of Southampton. This is Shannon faced by Burley. Back to Holmes, he'll put it in. And Moran, now here's Boyer. Oh, off the line, Boyer again. Oh! Well, it looked for a moment as if it was going to be the winner from Phil Boyer, but players coming back anyway. The linesman, I think, was flagging for some sort of incident, then put his flag down, but you can see, here's the shot from Boyer, well over the top, after he had a chance to knock it in first time. Well, it's a goal kick. Deep into injury time now. We don't even get a chance to see that goal kick taken, and it really has been an extraordinary afternoon here at the Dell. A game absolutely full of incident. Kevin Keegan is going off the field with blood all over his shirt. There's Phil Boyer, the man who scored that astonishing second goal for Southampton. He's been subject to transfer talk, possibly on his way to Manchester City, but playing a very positive part in Southampton's draw this afternoon.